researchers turned a Tesla charger flaw into a worm that could hit 4 EV brands at once. This is Tesla Shorts Time, episode 580. Security researchers demonstrated how a vulnerability in Tesla's charging system can be chained across multiple vendors. The exploit targets the communication protocol used during charging sessions. It creates potential for worm-like propagation between different EV makes. The finding highlights risks in shared charging infrastructure standards. Watch for vendor patches and any updates to charging hardware authentication. The work shows how a single point of failure in one brand's hardware can affect others that share the same connector ecosystem. Vehicle security has historically been treated as an add-on layer rather than a core design constraint in consumer electronics and transportation. When a charger interface becomes the entry point for cross-brand propagation, the assumption that isolated systems stay isolated breaks down quickly. The chained exploit shows how shared physical infrastructure creates common attack surfaces that individual manufacturers cannot fully control on their own. Standards bodies that set connector and protocol rules now face pressure to treat security as a baseline requirement rather than an optional feature. Tesla's approach of rapid over-the-air updates offers one path to containment, yet it still depends on owners applying patches and on the underlying hardware supporting stronger authentication in the first place. Rivals using different charging protocols or slower update cycles face different trade-offs, some of which may prove more resilient in the short term simply because they expose fewer standardized interfaces. Tesla scheduled a dedicated Cybercab event for September 3 in Austin. The focus will fall on unsupervised FSD version 15 running on the purpose-built vehicle. Hardware details are already public, shifting attention to software performance and any additional announcements. This timing aligns with ongoing regulatory discussions in multiple states. Next milestone is the live demonstration expected that evening. The event will test whether the new software stack can operate without driver intervention on public roads. A major supply chain firm placed the largest confirmed order yet for Tesla semis. The deal expands commercial fleet adoption beyond early pilot customers. Production and delivery timelines will determine how quickly the truck reaches broader logistics use. Real-world range and charging data from these units will feed into future scaling decisions. Watch for first revenue impact in upcoming quarterly reports. The order size signals that operators are moving past proof-of-concept stages into volume commitments. Tesla joins 8 other manufacturers in a coordinated recall affecting 4.3 million vehicles in China. The issue centers on electronic door handle functionality that could trap occupants after certain failures. Tesla's portion accounts for roughly 2.98 million of the total vehicles. Fixes will involve software updates or hardware adjustments at service centers. This marks one of the largest single-country recalls for the company to date. Regulators will track completion rates across all participating brands. State regulators approved Tesla to operate up to 5,000 robotaxis, a sharp increase from the previous limit of 10 on the Las Vegas Strip. The decision came after company representatives presented safety and operational data. Fleet size growth will depend on vehicle availability and further regulatory milestones. The approval gives Tesla one of the largest permitted operating areas for unsupervised service in the US. Observers will track how quickly vehicles are deployed under the new cap. A Seeking Alpha review argues that vehicle margins and growth rates do not yet support the current market capitalization. The piece focuses on the gap between reported results and the assumptions built into the stock price. It notes that new revenue from energy or autonomy would need to appear in coming quarters to change the assessment. Investors following valuation debates will look to earnings for concrete updates on those segments. Tesla's site no longer lists or promotes the solar roof product line. The change follows earlier indications that production had slowed significantly. Customers seeking integrated roofing solutions will now be directed to standard panel offerings paired with Powerwall. The shift concentrates resources on higher volume solar and storage combinations. Installers and existing quotes will see updated options going forward. The move aligns with a broader focus on products that can be produced and installed at larger scale. An owner completed a 700-mile trip relying solely on the Supercharger network without alternate charging arrangements. The route tested station spacing and reliability under real conditions. No major delays occurred despite the lack of contingency options. The experience provides direct user data on network coverage outside major corridors. Similar long-haul tests could inform future site density planning. The trip shows how the network performs when drivers have no fallback options. A TikTok video captured an unfiltered passenger reaction during an initial full self-driving trip. The clip spread quickly across X with commentary on the mix of surprise and strong language. It offers a raw view of how new users experience the system in real traffic. Reactions like this surface regularly when unsupervised features expand. The video highlights the gap between expectations and actual behavior on public roads. A Nevada driver posted a detailed review after 5 years and more than 100,000 miles in a Model X. The account covers maintenance costs, battery behavior, and daily usability over that distance. Long-term owner data like this provides a counterpoint to shorter-term reviews. The post drew attention for its balance of positive and critical observations. Similar high-mileage reports help set expectations for future buyers. Before we go, the September 3 Cybercab demonstration could deliver the first public test of unsupervised FSD version 15 on the dedicated vehicle. That covers it for today's Tesla developments. TSLA closed at $362.86, up $17.73, 5.1%. Share this episode with a fellow Tesla enthusiast if you found it useful, and subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's episode. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for being here. Quick tip from the network. Try Planetarian Daily next. Daily breakthroughs in science, health, and longevity. Every Narrow Network show is free at narrownetwork.com. And on the website, every episode's visuals live in our free image gallery at narrownetwork.com/gallery. Royalty free under Creative Commons. Download with attribution. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.